Hey guys, so it's early morning walk, and I just wanted to present this idea before you guys, and that is to do with Russell Brunson basically selling $3.4 million in 90 minutes. That is a record. Like $3.4 million worth of stuff in 90 minutes to an audience. So, what exactly happened? You need to understand because this is a really great concept. Why it's a great concept? Because if you can actually sell to, let's say, an audience for $3.4 million, and you're meeting that audience for the first time. There were other reasons as well. I'm going to discuss it quickly. You can actually do anything with your speech. Literally, you can sell your business, sell yourself, sell any idea to your employees or anybody out there. So, this is why it's so important to understand. So, first of all, you need to understand, uh, was it a cold audience that he actually did it to? The answer is it was actually not a cold audience. That is one thing we need to realize. Cold audience is something like as if you just put a banner out there that, hey, come to our seminar. It's going to be super amazing, right? We are going to teach you how to make money and or stuff. And then some of the people show up. They don't know the speaker or anybody out there, or they just wanted to see through, right? That is when is the cold selling. But here in Russell Brunson's case, what exactly happened? He actually was present in front of the audience of Grant Cardone. You know, Grant Cardone is one of the biggest salesmen out there and like one of the biggest followings he has right now. He's a billionaire because of his real estate investment portfolio and stuff. So guess what? Grant Cardone out there and in front of his audience. So the trust was already built. The audience has already taken some of the great insights from Grant Cardone already, you know. So the trust is already there that if Grant Cardone is allowing Russell Brunson to be on the stage, that means he is definitely going to be like he's genuine. And if some sales pitches present out there, some idea he's selling, that is only because of the approval of the Grant Cardone. So all these years of trust that was built, or the audience that got warmed by Grant Cardone, all this while, this was actually being used by Russell Brunson at that platform. So this is the dynamics that you need to understand that hey, it was not a cold audience. It was a very warm audience because it was like the term for this is authority jacking. Basically, the authority of Grant Cardone was actually with the Russell Brunson at that point because he actually gave his authority. He's presenting Russell Brunson, shaking hand with him and allowing on the stage, and he put in those people in the room, like 3,000 people sitting in the room. He was the one who actually did it. So now comes the part. $3.4 million that we are talking about, what he actually did during the speech. So Russell Brunson himself reveals this, that what exactly he did during the speech. And what he did is he gave some of the value bombs out there. What are we talking about? The value bombs. Like literally, he himself reveals it. First of all, he's making the audience comfortable that hey, switch on your lights and stuff. And the way of selling the respective thing that he was selling is that you sell it to people. Number one, you sell the vehicle, that this is the vehicle that is going to drive you. Like this is the vehicle that is going to get you reach toward the respective destination. So what he was doing, he was actually selling. Eventually, he was selling to the idea to the people that the result that he's selling is you can succeed in your business, and even if you don't have a business, you can make a lot of money, right? And all these things said and done, you can do it by the vehicle called funnels, and the funnels is through the click funnels. So first of all, he needed to convince the audience like three beliefs was his goal to change. Number one, is the vehicle, that this is the vehicle that is going to drive them toward the success. And then the next is the external belief, and the next is the internal belief, and then finally the offer is presented, which is a no-brainer offer, and that is when eventually the sales happen. This was the overall structure. So first, for the changing that vehicle belief, what he actually did, he gave to the audience the respective thing that hey, 20, I mean, he gives through an example like so many things that hey, uh, like this, these were the businesses who actually were not selling that much, and the moment, the day that they actually had the funnels installed, and the day of the launch itself, it all started. And it is not a fake number, like this is something which he has actually gathered as a social proof from time to time to present to the audience, and this social proof was actually present out there. And like this was the reality, and this has actually happened, you know. Like the Agora publishing, they were making $100,000 a day after launching onto the funnels platform. Super amazing, right? So this Agora platform, other platforms, so many other places, all this was out there done. Now, what is the next thing? The next thing is he had to change the external belief. What is the external belief that people have? That bro, like all this is possible, but how a normal person is, I mean, is normal person is actually able to do that, like from an external business and then using the funnels and stuff. So that's when he gave the examples of the people that hey, these people, like for example this lady boss, like she actually came, and with the social proof, with the testimonials that lady boss was actually giving out, that hey, this is where we were at a point where we were not even able to fill the gas station. I go to the gas station, and that's when we happened to meet Russel Brunson, gave us the idea to launch the funnels, and then we launched the funnels, and this is how it all went. And it is like it is, these are the stories. I mean, there would have been stories where things wouldn't have worked, but here he's speaking of the stories that actually work. So these can be cross-verified. It's not that he's lying. So this changes the external belief of the people, and that's when the internal belief that maybe all this is right, maybe that this is good for this person did it, but for me it's different. Like people have this idea that I have tried a lot of things in the past, it doesn't work that way, so it is not going to work for me for sure. That is what people happen to start believing and thinking, that it is not going to happen for me. And that is when the internal belief comes, that he gave the examples of this is the guy who never knew about the computer, and that's when like he happened to do all this. This is the guy who didn't even have a business, he did not know how to start a business, and that's when, and then he appealing that okay, what if you're not able to make probably like he ends up like after changing our internal belief that these were the people who never thought he tried all that thing and eventually launched the funnel. And over once you try it, eventually you find that secret sauce out, and that's when you stop giving up. So when he proved all that, then comes the what if question, the bridging to the offer, taking the permission to sell. That what if you can make this much? Like if not this much, at least $30,000. If not $30,000, what if 3,000 additional dollars? It's a free money. Everybody would want to take it. That's what he was pitching. And that's when he takes the permission that at this point of time, I can just leave you like this. It would be like great information, or I can actually get you to the path of exploring this world where there is nothing to be lost. Can I come to the path? And that's when he took the permission. Basically, the people are saying that yes, sell me. When people are giving the permission, they are actually giving the permission to sell them. And that's when he really started with the offer that so this is how it is. We would like to present you an offer which is going to drive you. And the offer is constructed in a way where he is actually giving out to the people the ins and out. That means he's actually giving out to the people the respective thing, that means the first offer stack you are getting the funnel, the entire year's funnel. The next offer stack, like the next thing that is the person is getting, probably the personal setup and the call. And so the offer is actually structured in a way where people have this belief that, hey bro, I don't even know the funnels, right? How am I going to get access? I don't even know how to use it. That's what the people have, right? How do I connect it to my business? So the offer is actually built to solve that problems in the mind of the people before they get started. For example, okay, the expert is going to handhold and do this for you. There'll be 30-day challenge, which is going to get you everything set up, and all these like value $1,000, $2,000, and $9,000 something the total cost is. He's not pitching back, like he's not taking it back. Sorry, it was something like $14,000 something. So he's not taking it back that what if I ask you that $14,000? But the question is, what if this $14,000 is going to triple your revenue? What is it going to make you additional $100,000 a month, $30,000 a month? Is it worth it? First, he's selling on to the idea that yes, this is worth it. When the audience agree to it, that's when he says, I'm not going to charge this, and it is not going to be like, let's say, $5,000, and on this special day it is going to be $2,997, but only for the next 30 minutes. And that is when the people start jumping off the table to give their money, that take my money, here's the credit card. And that is when that table rush starts happening. Just imagine that table rush. And this is the entire structure of how he sold $3.4 million worth of stuff. Isn't that crazy, guys? Isn't that super amazing? Please do leave comment down below if you like the content. Let me know anything that you feel about it, like anything that you feel might not be good, might be good. I would love to hear it. I wish you guys all the best. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Thank you.